Okay, here's our video on writing addition and subtraction expressions. Okay, so an expression is a grouping of numbers and operations. Right, for example, I can just put the number 5. That's an expression. It just represents 5. But also I can do 5 plus 2, right? That's an expression, 5 plus 2. Or 12 minus 6, that's an expression. Or 12 plus 3. This is an expression. It's a math expression. So we take math expressions like 12 plus 3 and we put them into English, or vice versa. So this would be 12 more than 3, or 12 plus 3, right? So 12 plus 3, but 12 plus 3 is an expression. This is the math expression, and this is an English expression. We say 12 more than 3. Or we can say 12, again, 12 plus 3, 12 increased by 3. So that's when we do addition. Remember in addition and multiplication that there's the commutative property. This is a very important property. So if I say 2 plus 3, well, we can also say 3 plus 2. We can switch it around. We only do this in addition or in multiplication. So again, in multiplication, if I did 2 times 3, we can also do 3 times 2. Just remember those two only in addition and multiplication, not in subtraction and not in division. Here's some important terms we should know for addition. The sum, that's the answer to addition. More than, added to. We can also do greater than, right? We can say increased. So those are the terms we should know when we do addition. So how would you do this? How would you write this in math? This is in English, right? The sum of 6 and 9. How would you write that in math? Well, we know the sum is the answer to addition, so we can just write 6 plus 9. That's the answer. That's the expression. Again, in expressions, we're not looking for the answer. Right? Expressions don't have equal signs. If we put an equal sign, then we can get the answer. But in expressions, we're just trying to express the terms. So here it is, the sum, right, of 6 and 9. And I can also write 9 plus 6. Remember the commutative property. Now with subtraction, here are some terms we should know. The difference, that's the answer to subtraction, right? Minus, less than, fewer, decreased by. So those are the terms for subtraction. So when you see 5 minus 3, for example, 5 minus 3 is the difference of 5 and 3. It's also 5 minus 3. It's also 5 decreased by 3. Right? But here's one important thing you should know. When we do less than, so let's work at less than. If I say less than, we want to change it around. So if I did 5 minus 3, this is 5 minus 3. But it's also 3 less than 5. Let me do another example. 9 less than 2. 9 less than 2. How would you write 9 less than 2? Okay, this is a tricky one because remember I told you when you see less than, it changes it. So, it's going to be this. This says 2 minus 9. But it also says 9 less than 2. So we change the numbers when we see less than. Let's do a few of these so you understand. If I did 6 minus 3, that says 6 minus 3. Right? But it also says 3 less than 6. So when you see the word less than, switch it. Only for less than. This says 12 minus 2. This says the difference of 12 and 2. But it also says 2 less than 12. 2 less than 12. Right? So remember less than. When you see less than, switch the numbers around. Now, we have grouping symbols that we need to understand. Because when we do expressions, you'll see some grouping symbols. So, in 5th grade, we're going to just concentrate on parentheses and brackets. Braces will be for later grades. So the parentheses, we're familiar with the parentheses. The brackets are higher. And then, of course, there's braces. So if we had a question like this, we have 6 plus 4 in parentheses. So this says the sum of 6 and 4 minus 3. Now, remember the word less than. This could also be 3 less than the sum of 6 and 4. See if you can do this one. How would you write an expression for that? So this is the difference of 9 and 3 added to 5. Right? The difference of 9 and 3 added to 5. Or we can say 5 increased by the difference of 9 and 3.